Welcome back to my channel once again. We are still running our series, Why You Should Consider Starting a YouTube Channel in 2021. We are going to talk about whether it matters if you show your face or not on the YouTube platform. We'll talk about the best niches that you should consider before you start a YouTube channel. We will also look at whether it actually matters to handle or to operate a channel with a friend or to simply go at it alone. Enjoy this episode and please consider subscribing at the end of this video.
What's your take on starting a channel with a friend? Like, what do you think, or do you think it's a good idea for you to actually start a channel maybe with your friend? It could be your spouse, maybe your brother, or is it a good idea for someone to start a channel with some other person?
I think it's absolutely okay. For starters, when you're starting a YouTube channel, you obviously have goals why you're starting the channel in the first place.
Yes.
Now, there are friends that I know, Bia and T Life Lane. They run their channel. It's two ladies that are running this channel, and then
shout out to
shout
Tina.
out. You're doing great. You ladies, you're really killing it. So it's two ladies running this channel, and now it all depends on what they want to achieve and how fast they want to go.
True.
Now, one of them used to work in a company, and it required her to be stationed wherever she was, probably 9 hours a day.
True.
Now, the colleague had to do the running around to go and sign up the deals with whoever wants their houses filmed, scout for locations, things like that. So it's important for you to establish exactly what do you want to achieve, so that if you need a helping hand, you obviously look for somebody that is that rhymes with you in terms of that objective.
Exactly.
So it's really very fine. There might be challenges when you go as you're moving along on the channel, because you might find that either your colleague might not be as effective as you had purposed it to be or as you had expected. So you obviously have to sharpen each other, because you're all starting at this.
Exactly.
And in the event that they choose either to move on and create their own channels, you should be very comfortable with that decision. And then surprisingly, all channels seem to have somebody that seems to perform much better, or one that seems to be
there's that likable character.
Yes. So it's important for you to choose a likable person. You wouldn't want your audience to start to create an impression that it's okay for you to run your channel even without your colleague.
True.
You have to find the perfect skill set, so that or develop that skill set so that both of you are moving in the same direction, and your community is looking forward to looking at you on YouTube. So it's really, really very okay. But if things are really not working, it's very okay to part ways. What are the best niches or the categories or themes that you think are really relevant or really popular on YouTube that one should consider?
If I must say, this is in different ways, but the best niches for you to actually grow faster on YouTube, those that I've seen grow out so fast. When let's say someone has just started, you must be providing some sort of value. Maybe you're doing farming, or else that's just an example, but those types of niches that actually help people solve problems. If you're helping someone solve a problem, you're bound to really grow fast on YouTube. And then other kinds of niches, like let's say entertainment, because people love to be entertained. People want to be entertained. So for some reason, the YouTube algorithm pushes out this type of content a bit more. So you might want to look into these types of niches for you to be actually able to grow a bit faster. So I think that's the best way I would talk about growth in relation to the niche that you choose to actually have your channel.
But I'm also thinking that there are those niches that you might want to get into. However, they are not your style. They really don't seem to reflect your personality, because on YouTube people sell personality. Personality
True.
is equally very, very important. You don't want to fake it on YouTube. You might not be able to sustain the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think, like you said, we can recommend the niches that we think are
Then,
really good.
then the other niche also could be the news niche. Yeah, that seems to be also very, very, it goes viral so fast. So because people out there are always looking out for what's new. So if you're the person that actually is giving them what is new, then definitely your channel is going to grow super fast, because people will always come back looking for more news from you. So this is also one other type of niche to actually look into. Yeah. So
True. I'm also thinking that you need to create time so that you upskill, so that you improve in that particular niche that you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Otherwise, YouTube expects you to, your community expects the best out of you. So if there's no improvement, they'll kind of try to look for another
the next best creator, yes,
who can offer the same type of niche. And those
true.
very trending niches are really very competitive. So you might not have that audience for long if you're not stepping up in the game. Yeah,
I
so
can't agree more. That's super true.
Absolutely.
That-
Does it really matter if you share your face, if people get to see your face on YouTube, or you could still do otherwise?
I would look at that in two ways. Yes, it does matter, and also it actually does not matter. Yeah, that does matter bit. It really does matter if you are someone that would love to grow actually a brand. If you want to grow as a brand, showing your face is super important, because whenever I make this eye contact with you, it really sends a certain message to the person. So if I keep growing, or if my channel actually gets to grow, and assuming I have a following of, let's say, 5 million subscribers, so when I get to say something that maybe I'm recommending a certain brand to my audience, someone takes it very important, and they are more likely to actually purchase a product that I've recommended. But if, let's say, I don't show my face and I only use B-rolls, for you who actually doesn't know what a B-roll is, it's basically some type of footage that basically runs, and it runs, and your audio runs underneath this footage. So if I'm that kind of channel, then my type or my personality actually doesn't come out more. So this in a way does not, it will affect you in the long run if you would like to, let's say, grow your personal brand. So showing your face is something bigger, though I've seen also channels that don't show face. Maybe that, for example, there are those top 10 channels. There are channels that do, let's say, top 10 maybe top 10 best places to visit, maybe in a certain place, or top 10, those types of channels. They actually don't show face. So the fact that they don't show their faces, people just get that information, and that's why it ends. But I've seen some of them grow so big. For example, there's a channel called Displore. I really love what they do.
Shout out to Displore.
Yes, they
Africa.
do. Yes, they really do great stuff, and their channel is really growing so fast. And it's basically a channel that just does B-rolls, and then they lay a voice under, and that is it. They just do voiceovers, and it's super good. So I think that's what I would say about that.
Absolutely. That's cool. Cool. Yeah. I started a channel and I wasn't intending to show my face.
Okay.
But then I realized it was very difficult to connect with the audience. And I felt like I'm at that point in life where I need to connect and be out there and create a brand.
Okay.
So I felt to take that. I decided to take the decision to really get my face out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would also want to know how best, or how if I, let's say, have my channel and I'm just growing, I'm just starting out, how best can I promote my channel or promote my content for it to reach a wider audience before I really make it big on YouTube? Like, how best should I, or how best can I actually promote my channel if I've started one?
Yeah, there are a couple of things that you do. Starters, I'm not really an expert. I'm simply sharing things that have worked for me, and I'm still learning on how to be very consistent at some of these things, because I've learned them from the platform itself and from friends like Gani and the Uganda YouTubers community. Shout out to everybody there in the YouTubers community. You've been really
you guys are super awesome. You really support us. You support each other. The support system there is so great. So huge. We really love you guys.
Yeah. So what you need to do when you create a piece of content, you need to repurpose that video. For instance, if it's a 10 minutes video, you look out for those very interesting portions of the video and you customize them to fit on the channels on other platforms where you are found. For instance, if it's on YouTube, rather if it's on TikTok or Facebook, you put a little clip there, or even Twitter. So you don't have to put the entire lengthy video of it. So what you need to do, you get your thumbnail. The thumbnail is that picture that advertises to everybody that is scrolling through their YouTube feed. That picture that attracts them to click through onto your video. You get that picture and the link. Then you post that on maybe YouTube. You could as well get maybe a 30-second clip that is really interesting, that you'll think that will draw people to get back to your channel. Get that small clip and also add your YouTube link to that video. So it's very important for you to customize content according to the other platforms that you have. Then you need to start with your friends, the people that you've worked with, your family, friends, your relatives. Surprisingly, many of them might not really subscribe.
Give you their time.
They might not give you your time, but it's okay. Give it a go, and you'll be surprised. You'll meet them probably on events, and they'll say, "Oh, we're actually seeing your work." Yeah, but they might not subscribe. For starters,
I've actually gotten to experience what you're trying to say. For the time I was starting out, everyone was just looking at me, but then now you actually get to meet people and they tell you, oh, we watch your stuff, we watch your content.
They'll even tell you, bro, you're not as consistent as before.
Exactly.
They'll hold you accountable.
Exactly. So it's one thing that you actually need to start doing. So you keep sharing on all those platforms, and definitely with time it pays off. It does pay off.
It really pays off. So thank you for sticking around till the end of this episode. In the next segment, we'll be talking about the biggest milestone, that is monetization, what it takes and what you really need to do to achieve that big, huge milestone. If this is the content that you really want to watch, kindly consider subscribing. I will be seeing you in the next segment. Bye-bye.